So imagine you're an innocent life form. Nothing can harm you because you're in this safe place. But we all want to be safe, right? We all have this safe atmosphere. We all have this theory that we can always be safe. But in reality, that's not really how that works. And so today, I'm going to talk to you about abortion. But to make this even more clear, I'm going to talk to you about 3 types of abortions. But the thing is that these types of abortions, they're one of the most common ones, but there's a lot of misconceptions about it. And I'm going to talk to you about the actual effects that it has on the woman. And finally, what each and every one of us can do about it. So the main question that is asked is, why do we get abortions? What their reasons consist of: I got raped. I don't have enough money to support this child. So why should I keep it? And finally, it's her body, therefore it's her choice. But I'm here to tell you that it's really not. The thing is from this picture, you can clearly see that 6 weeks, which is usually around the time where you are informed that you are pregnant, they already have a head, they already have eyes, and they're already developing inside of you. And so, around the same time, when you first find out, the first option is the pill. And according to Parenthood, you get 2 pills. The first pill is given to you by a doctor. And what it does is it blocks your hormones, which allows the baby to grow. It completely blocks it, and it takes away with the protection of the baby. And the second pill you take is around like 6 to 48 hours after the doctor gives it to you. And this pill basically causes cramping and bleeding, and you end up flushing the baby out of you. Now, to put this into perspective, you take the baby out of its protection layer, which means you are drowning the baby in your own blood. And if that isn't gruesome enough for you, let's go to the next one, which is around 16 to 20 weeks of pregnancy. And also, according to the abortion facts, what they do is they take this scalpel thingy, it's a knife, and they put it inside of the uterus, and they tear the baby apart limb by limb. Each piece of the baby. And it's even told that babies are actually surviving this now. So when they come out, they are missing arms and missing legs. And even there's a movie called October Baby that this woman lived from this and has a ton of issues, but her twin, when her twin was born, he actually died about 2 minutes after the birth. Finally, one of the worst abortions in the world. It's called a partial birth. And let me tell you what this partial birth does. Partial birth is you're just delivering a baby. Except for what they do is that they turn the baby around with forceps, and they take the baby where its feet comes out first, and then everything except for the head, it comes out, and they take scissors, stab it into their brain to open it up, and they suck out the baby's brains to where their skull collapses. But we say this isn't murder. But it's even proven that these babies are alive, which is also in the abortion facts. The abortion people admit that what they're doing is murder. So let's think about this. Knowing that this is classified as murder, and you know what, some states are like, yeah, this is wrong. But there's 19 states, including Iowa and Nebraska, that allow this abortion to occur. All of these states say it's okay to suck out the brains of this child. Now, you know what the baby's going through? And yes, these babies do feel it, I promise you. Now let's talk about the effects that it has on the mom. So the pill allows all these things that can happen, which can put you into the hospital. The surgery, which causes also similar things to the pill. And then finally, the partial birth. And the partial birth, it's not put on there, but it can kill you. So, and that is according to the side effects of the abortions. Now, if this can affect the mom as well as the child, then what can we do about it? We have the choice. And the thing is that we all, like I said, we all want peace. We all want the idea of we're safe. We want our parents to take care of us. We want all these things. But we don't, because we allow this to happen. And so these are things we should do. We should make it easier to adopt, because let me tell you, it's extremely hard. It takes years. Or I'm trying to get my parents to adopt this little girl who their parents want nothing to do with them. And they told me it's going to take over a year for this to happen. Another thing you can do is we probably heard something in the news about how they're banning the ability to sponsor, so they're not giving people money in order to do this. But we can also fund. We can give money. We can build a building or whatever to support these moms to say, I don't have enough money. That's it because I got raped. The thing is that how do you know that that baby is going to end up like the father? And in this reading, one of the abortion clinics, the people that work there, who quit her job, says this: rape is illegal, and yet people still rape each other. Heroin is illegal, and still people are doing it. So even though people say, well, people are doing it, then why should we keep it? If you're saying that we should keep abortion because people are doing it, then you're saying that rape should be legal as well, and so should be heroin. So I want you to think about a few things. If you say your life is important, if you say I have these big goals in life, then why aren't you letting these kids have the same opportunities as you do? This is a picture of the difference between a wanted baby that survives 24 weeks and the unwanted baby right in the middle of abortion. They end up dying. Same exact timing. I heard a story yesterday that a person from my work lost their child a day after they was born, at 24 weeks. Kids are living at 24 weeks. And then finally, the thing is that if you have seen now that all these types of abortions, even the most common ones, the pill, the surgery, and even the partial birth, how it affects the baby. Because in reality, you're either drowning the baby, tearing it apart, or sucking its brains out. I was using another called saline, to where they inject your stomach with saline, and it burns the baby's skin off. It's like lighting every one of you on fire. And now you know the effects of what it does to the woman. It causes bleeding. It causes nausea. It causes blood clots. It can make sure that you can't even have a baby again when you want a baby. And now you realize that you can do stuff even at your guys' age. The thing is something you guys need to think about is you guys say, well, it's my body. I can do whatever I want. But excuse me, last time I checked, You do not have 2 heads. You do not have 4 legs, 4 arms, and you definitely do not have the same DNA as the baby. It may be part of you, half you, half the dad, but it is not you. So why on earth are you taking away this baby? And just so you know, every single day, there's 3,700 babies that are getting killed. Now, you guys can do something about this. Each and every one of you can. You guys can choose not to do that. Yes, you could give it up for adoption. You may not like doing that, but you are either going to do that or kill the child. People say that, well, they got a disease, why shouldn't they live? When I was in my mom's womb, they told me that I was dead because the umbilical cord was around my neck. And my mom said, oh, heck no. And I'm standing here today. I can tell you a billion stories of how my mom, when she had my little sister, how her shoulder came out first. And that is very painful. Yet she still had a kid afterwards. Even though she was told that she couldn't have another baby, she had one. My mom also had a kid at 16 years old, which is younger than you guys. And she did just fine. So stop killing these babies. There was so much more. They could be the next president. They could be the next person that goes to Mars, and you're taking that away from them. So I hope from this presentation and what I've told you, from all the stories, from my work, from my mom, that you've now learned that abortion, the only thing it does is makes you a mother of a dead child. Because it will not change the fact that you were once a mom and now you're not. So the next time you hear about somebody say, I'm going to get an abortion because I got raped, because I don't have enough money, because they're going to get sick because of my family tree. Tell them that they are worth saving. Because their mother saved them, so why aren't you saving your child? Thank you.